Is it's Infernal Sky here with another Xur's video. Let's check out what he's got. He's down by the Vanguard this week.
Is to trade. The nine show you these.
He's got all his normal stock that he sells. So you got your Motor Light or Exotic Shard if you still need those. You got your Plasma Drive and Void Drive this week with your heavy packs, 3 of coins, and glass needles. Moving on, you do have the Twilight Garrisons, and as you can see, it's taking on my shader. It didn't used to, but they didn't update it, so pretty cool. Um, you do have Void Recovery, Void Armor, Heavy Ammo, or Special Ammo, with increased intellect and discipline. The roll is not the best, but it's not horrible either. It's a 95% roll. You can use it. And then, of course, you have Tactical Air Support. So it's kind of like the Shadow Step or Shade Step as you're in the air. Really fun to use. Can get you out of some sticky situations if you know what you're doing or if you remember how to use it correctly. I'm still not the best, but if you look at some of the people that use them quite a bit, it can help you out quite a lot, depending on the situation. It can push you back behind cover, give you a little bit more of an advantage. If someone's rushing you, you can back off so they can't like punch you. Things like that. So definitely something you might want to buy. Is more useful for PvP than PvE. Next, you have the Don't Touch Me for Your Hunter with auto rifle and sniper loader, with bonus grenade energy on melee hits and decreased melee attack cooldown time. Can be useful with increased intellect and strength. At the worst roll this week at 87%, not the best. And its ability is when you take damage, you go invisible for a brief moment in time. To be quite honest, these aren't the best at all. I used them mainly back in year 1 when Crota's raid was out, and we didn't quite know exactly how to get through that thrall maze at first. You just have a hunter go invisible and run through it all, and then that was basically how you beat that part of the raid. Um, with these, it just made it a little bit easier. You didn't have to always crouch and go invisible or melee. That's the only time I really ever used them. But if you want them, go ahead and pick them up. For the Warlock, you have Voidfang investments, which are fairly nice. I still like the gauntlets better, but some people might prefer these. You do have Arc Burn defense and Void armor. Personally, I would rock Void armor, but that's just me. With fusion rifle and hand cannon ammo, can be very beneficial if you like running either of those. With increased intellect and discipline, at a roll of 93. And you do have the perk where you spawn with full grenade energy. So if you're about to die, you might as well throw that grenade. Hope you get a kill. And then your Axiom bolts also spawn with an additional bolt, which is kind of nice. Just gives you a little bit more leeway into tracking those people on certain maps. Can be beneficial for trials because you want to get that tag first, so you can get that quick pick, so you can have your team up 2v1 or 2v3 or something like that. So maybe worth getting.
Welcome back to the tower, Warlock.
You do also have the multi-tool this week. Both the ornaments are pretty awesome. Basically makes it a matte black gun or a white gun. So if you wanted to pick those up, you could. They are at the kiosk for you. You do have great perks with this. It shoots quick. It's got good stability, and it's got the third eye perk. Not necessarily the best perk with that artifact, but it leaves room so you can run like a Memory of Jolder or something like that instead. So that's kind of nice. Plus it reloads super quick, so I would suggest picking it up if you don't have it. Um, but if you already do, just infuse it up. So you do have the Monte Carlo with Royal Flush. Um, this will be the gold shader or ornament on this gun. It's okay. I prefer the other ornament better, or the original version, but that's alright. You can
Yes,
either
Guardian.
just buy this from Silverdust from the kiosk, or you can get this if you don't happen to have Monte Carlo. Um, Either way. Then you also have the Supercell, which I would suggest getting, although it's not as important now since we can get other primary exotics that have elemental damage. But Solo's still a pretty good gun, and it does have the shock hazard, which makes the gun kind of a silver color to it. Didn't really change it a whole lot. But if you already have it, you can always pick up shock hazard from the kiosk as well.
An
That's it
end
for
will
Xur's
come.
inventory.
We will be
If you guys didn't know and haven't been checking, you should check your weapon rolls each week. This week, and if you needed a pally and or any hand cannon, this one's pretty good. You do have the rangefinder, rifle barrel, plus Icarus. If you really don't want Icarus, you can run Mulligan. Icarus is going to help you out a little bit more in PvP, and probably want to run this True Sight. Really good roll. Keep that in mind.
Go.
Also, if you're looking for a similar roll in that archetype, you can run over here to this gunsmith, Banshee, and he's got
Guardian.
this guy this week, the Ufrin. It's the same fire type, same rate of fire and everything like that. Can be very useful. I don't think I have it on this character. I do not. But the roll that I have on one of the previous ones is True Sight, rifled barrel, I believe, with Outlaw and maybe Rangefinder. I don't quite remember. But definitely can get a good roll
Had these
if you
with us
need
at Twilight
a hand
Gap.
cannon. So
Wiped pretty
I would
bad
suggest
there.
picking that up if
Not the gun's fault.
you were looking at it.
Kinda
But
heavy.
yeah, other than
Watch
that,
yourself.
hand cannons this week from Banshee. Looks like, or snipers. Whatever you feel
What
like
was
it
her name?
is up to you.
Fierce eyes. Full of light.
But yeah, definitely check those rolls.
Was it?
Make sure there's nothing that you want. And good luck this week in trials if you're going to do that. Until then, I'll catch you guys later.